What is up, video game fans? This is Tails86 here with Weekly Review, and it's time for a very late review. Sorry about any delay in the videos and stuff. We still have been having problems with the internet. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with the review for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep for the PlayStation Portable. Enjoy. Okay guys, welcome to the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep review from Weekly Reviews. I'm going to show off all three characters and basically tell y'all what the game is about. Now, if you're going to follow this game strictly by the actual story, you're going to want to follow it in these three characters. Start off with Ventus, like how I am right now. Then go with Terra, who is the second guy. And then go with Aqua for the story to finish a lot better. Now, each of them have, of course, different abilities as well as different attacks. Also have different stance when they go into a fighting stance. As you see with Ventus, he has his Keyblade backhanded. So, I'm going to show off a little bit of stages. Even show off one where I'm going into a tornado and we're going to beat up some unversed and just show you basically how the controls work. Now, the D-pad is used in this game for choosing different types of commands. You have a shot technique, where if you hold down on the L and R buttons, you go ahead and use those to be able to use a shot technique. And they are very powerful, so remember to be watching everything that's going on the screen, because sometimes you will get hit and you don't realize it. Kind of hard to do that with these big enemies, especially since they're flying all over the place. So it makes it much harder. But the game has actually some very good difficulty for a Kingdom Hearts game, especially if you're playing on Proud mode, which is what I'm actually on right now. But the thing that kind of got on my nerves a little bit is in the very end of the stage, these guys jump all over you. And I don't mean just a little bit, I mean they go all over the place. Now, being able to use all your commands is basically by the use of the D-pad. You can go ahead and press up or down, left or right to be able to use your D-Link, which is the blue bar that y'all see right up top on your HP bar. You can use that for linking up any other attacks. Like, I'll go ahead and show y'all one. Let's see. I'm going to use Aqua's. Basically, you'll be taking her powers now and using them for your own. Now we're going to go ahead and show off another character, my actual favorite, and I didn't think I was going to have her as my favorite, but Aqua. Okay guys, welcome to Aqua's story. Now, Aqua has a lot of different techniques compared to the other two. She has it so she can block with a shield by pressing on the square button. She can do a double jump by pressing on the O button twice once you get further in the game. You can do a cartwheel to dodge other attacks faster. And then she has other types of abilities that you will unlock as you go through the game further. Now I'm just going to basically just show off just how her actual moves are and a couple of her abilities, as well as explain a little bit about how her story goes. So we're going to go ahead and fight off some of these unversed, which have no chance against us because of our level. First off, we're at level 27 right now, so not very high, but more than enough to take these guys out. I'm going to show y'all her special attack, which is Firestorm, which is a very powerful attack. And I do mean very powerful. I mean, this thing can wipe out literally anything. But you just have to make sure that you have enough enemies to go around to be able to fight, or otherwise you will lose that command and it will fade away, as you all saw right there. So make sure that the area you're in, you have enough enemies to be able to take out. That was not nice. And I'll destroy that thing now for that. Now that was basically a mind square attack, and basically what that is it's a round, a circular magic attack that makes it so if an enemy comes at you, you can basically shield yourself in a way from them attacking you. So if they step on any of those traps, it sets the trap and explodes where they are near it. So it's a very helpful technique. I recommend using it especially against some of the bosses, especially against Vanitas, who you'll find out later on in the game. I'm not going to give away any secrets. But the game, I think, is a very cool game actually for all that it uses. And it has a little bit more of a technique to Kingdom Hearts that makes it a tiny bit more advanced, in my opinion, than a lot of the other ones that I've played. Unlike in Kingdom Hearts 2, you're just using drive forms and beating the absolute crap out of everything. This one makes it so you have to have more strategy, and you have to level up your stats enough to be able to use the weapons that you have, but being able to make sure that you have enough items to carry around to use just in case you get pummeled, which I will tell you, there are portions in this game that are very hard. And probably one of the worst unversed characters I hate is this leaf guy right here, who's spinning these leaves at you. I hate him so much, because he is like a pain in the ass to kill. Because he just won't stop firing those. It's like you have to shield every time when they're coming at you. And sometimes it seems like they just will not stop. And also whenever they attack you, they confuse you and make it so you can't actually move in the direction that you want to. So they kind of can get a little annoying. As you can see right now, I'm still confused. Now I'm going to go on and show off one of her D-Links. That's her highest D-Link, and I think this one is for Terra. Or no, this one is for Ventus. So I'll show off Ventus's technique. And then we will be going on to Terra's. Now his is two different types of attacks. He uses more stronger attacks. He has it so he uses more energy and powerful attacks than Terra does, or at least for in the early stages he does. Of course, in the end, Terra's actual D-Link and special attacks are much more powerful than all three of the characters put together. Now I'm going to show off one of Aqua's other techniques. This is called the Thunder Strike. And basically it's just a lock-on feature where no enemies can hurt you during that. I also hate those right there, because it's like, it just teases you to try to go ahead and hurt them when they'll try to explode on you. But otherwise, I really think the Aqua stages they're a little hard. I mean, it's a little bit harder to understand how her, well, shouldn't say understand, but it's a little harder to move her around than it is for Ventus, because of course Ventus is, I guess, a little bit more of a beginner level for the game. But otherwise, she's a great character, I think. I mean, I didn't really like her voice actor that much when I first went and heard her, but then again, just because of a bad voice actor doesn't mean it's going to be a bad game, right? So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and head on next to Terra's story. Okay, guys, and now it's time for Terra's stage. Now, the way that Terra is Terra's he is a lot slower than the other two characters, but that just makes up for him because he's so powerful. He has a lot of power, but he doesn't have as much speed with his attacks. And I'll basically show you what I mean when we're getting ready to do a couple other unversed, because I don't like fighting those unversed exactly, especially since you have to be very careful in how you fight with them. And I think we're getting ready to do a cutscene, so let's take a look. And it's Stitch.
Amazing, is it not? Such tremendous power in such itty-bitty package. Truly, he is the one and that's the only. The mightiest creature in all of galaxy. And his only singular instinct to destroy everything he touches.
What? When did you give that back?
Too late. He's already marked for destruction.
No, stop! My friend gave me that.
Friend, are you joking? That concept is totally lost on 626.
Now we're getting ready to fight off against, I believe, a boss in a minute.
I've been telling myself I want to be stronger, more independent. But the second I let my heart do the talking, I find out how little I really know myself, and how much I miss them. That experiment of yours, you sure about him? Maybe in his heart he wants friends, just like the rest of us.
Impossible, Pesci. He has no actual feelings, only destructive instincts I have carefully chosen for him. Or perhaps you need another demonstration of my evil geniusness.
Alright, and we're going to be finally showing off the boss. And sadly, I'm going to be having to cut the video short because y'all won't be able to see the boss that much. But I am going to be giving this title an 8 out of 10 because the game is very good. There are some things that I didn't like about it, like the lock-on feature is great. It's just some of the characters, though, in my opinion, were a little bit too slow, and including, let me think of another reason, or at least one of the real good reasons why I didn't like it as much is because, well, there was so much graphical slowdowns going on. I mean, the game, I believe, could have handled so much more than what it is right now. But otherwise, the game is fun. I mean, it's not the best Kingdom Hearts I've ever played, but there are some good parts about it that I will say are good about it. But this is getting an 8 out of 10 from me. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.
Let's go.
Later.
Heal.